if I could become successful. I don't know if I had what it takes to really make money in a business like this. But one thing I did have was hunger, and I was willing to do whatever it takes. And I remember my mentor sharing with me that if you're willing to be coachable, if you're willing to be teachable, and if you could follow the proven system this company has, anybody, regardless of age, background, gender, color, can be successful. And I remember coming to conventions like this in America, and I remember being so blown away by all types of people having success. And this is one thing I said after the convention. If those people can do it, I can do it. And here's the best thing about ACNkoria is it's only 2.5 year plus old, and this is just the very beginning of what's about to happen in the next 5-10 years as ACN becomes a household name here in Korea, and we take rest of Asia over, which everybody in this room has a chance to be the pioneers and the leaders that take over Asia. And I can tell you this, if you pay attention and you learn this topic and you take over Asia in the next 5-10 years, some of you in this room will not only be bigger than the leaders we have in America, but I truly believe you can build a company the size of ACN is today just in your organization the next 5-10 years. So here's my favorite topic, which was the worst and the most scariest topic for me when I got started, is the topic of recruiting. And I love the topic of recruiting because when I first saw it, I was very scared, but my mentor told me everything in life is about recruiting. If you take a look at this slide here, can we agree that major companies like Apple, Microsoft, the Samsungs go out there and recruit new employees all the time? They even have a department called Human Resource to go out there looking for the best talents. You take a look at sports industry in America or even in Korea, the NBA, the MLBs, the NHLs, they're always out there recruiting people. Military recruits, the government recruits, even college goes out there looking for the smartest students. So recruiting is actually normal. If you got married, you invited people to your wedding. If you had a birthday party, you invited people to your birthday. Nobody likes to go watch movies by themselves. Nobody wants to have a wedding by themselves. So understand, recruiting is normal. But you see, recruiting starts with you. You gotta ask this question. You wanna be a person, okay, that people wanna work with. So the question I got for all of you is, do you attract people or do you repel them? Do you have charisma? Do you dress sharp? One thing you will notice about all the leaders in ACN, whether it's the team coordinators, the regional directors, the regional vice president, senior vice president, Mr. Danny Bay, or the co-founders, everyone dresses sharp, and something about them is very charismatic. You want to be those type of people that are attracted, where people want to follow. You also want to be somebody that's fun. You see, most people go out there and work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, 9 to 6, and it's very boring. But when you're in a business like ACN and you talk to people, you go out there and recruit people, you want to be a little excited. You want to make it so fun that this does not feel like work. And most importantly, you want to make people feel comfortable. I remember when I first got started, I was so desperate. I didn't make anybody feel comfortable around me. The moment they shared that I have to be very excited and I got to make people feel comfortable, a lot of people started getting involved in the business. So here's the first thing you want to do when you get started is you want to create a list. You want to create a list of at least 100 or more people. When I first got started, I said, I don't know 100 people that would want to get involved in the business. And my mentor said, it's not 100 people that wants to get involved. I told you to make a list of 100 people. And I said, I'm not sure if I can make a list of 100 people. And my mentor said, what if I gave you $100 per name you put down on the list? And you had 1 hour to create a list. How many names can you put down? That's when I said I could put so many down because I was getting $100 per number. But here's what he shared with me. If I take that list seriously, I will make more than that amount of money. So everybody in this room today, after the convention, throughout this weekend, start making a big list. You also never want to prejudge, because that was the number one problem I had when I got involved. Because I was so young, I was in my younger 20s, I said, I don't know about this guy because he's too successful, or I don't know about this guy because he's too young, or I don't know about this person because he just doesn't know a lot of people. And my mentor shared with me, you never know what's inside of a human's heart that you want to invite everybody down. Here's what's amazing. I grew up in Southern California, and I moved to Texas about 3 years ago for ACN. And I built a team of, over 10,000 business partners in a short period of time. But what happened was majority of the people that I have involved in Texas today came through somebody I would have never worked with, but I didn't prejudge, where I got a referral from somebody in Houston to the city of Austin, which is the distance of Seoul to Busan, who I didn't want to sign up, but because I said I'm not going to prejudge, he introduced me to somebody in back home in Houston who didn't even sign up, but told a friend that was also only 19 years old, who was very young, who now happens to be the youngest regional vice president in all ACN in 23 countries. So you have no idea who they know, who they know, who they know, so never ever prejudge. You also want to have enthusiasm. You want to be so excited when you talk to people over the phone, they know something is up. You see, my mentor taught me earlier on in my business that if you are not excited enough, you will scare 9 out of 10 people about the business. But if you're super excited and you're jacked up and you are all-time high excited, you'll still turn people off, but only 1 out of 10. So let me ask you guys something. Would you rather turn off 9 out of 10 or 1 out of 10? Everybody will say 1 out of 10. So get excited. And the last 4